Year 6 got off to a fantastic start last episode as we took down the number 24 ranked Syracuse Orange in the Aflac kickoff game in dominant fashion. 44-14, we ran the ball very well, and we passed the ball very well despite a couple of INTs in the end zone. And now we move up 3 spots in the top 25 and face our rivals, the Memphis Tigers, at home in Week 2. On paper, Memphis is actually pretty solid. Their offensive line looks really good. They have some really good tackles on either end. They have 3 starting caliber quarterbacks. I believe Ethan Clausen is their starter this season. He is the top on the roster as of right now. And the running back is still Stan Ritchie, who has been on this team for a couple of years now. They still have Craig Kuhn, who's now a senior. Greg McPherson as well. But I think they lack the weapons that Syracuse had. We actually contained Syracuse's passing game very well last week. So I think this will be an easier matchup for our defense because it was a better offensive line a week ago. It was a better wide receiving core, a better running back, a better quarterback even. So I think we should have a pretty similar performance as to last week. But things can change week to week here. It's not always what you see on paper that actually ends up happening. Defensively, no standout edge rushers or pass rushers. Their defensive line is just kind of average across the board. At linebacker, got a couple of run stoppers, but nobody that's going to be too impressive to you. They do have a couple of solid corners, but look at the speed on these guys and the acceleration. It's just not there. 85 acceleration, 84 speed. This should be a game in which we can launch the ball down the field and really have some big plays through the air because this secondary, despite looking good overall wise, they lack a lot of athleticism and talent. And we can take advantage of that in this game. And if we do win this game, then we will get our first taste of SEC conference play against Auburn in Week 3, a week from today. And that will be if we blow these guys out, which I think is very possible. But these last couple years, it's been kind of a slow start for us offensively against the Tigers, but then things kind of go off the rails for Memphis as the game goes on. We've won the last at least 2 matchups in the series, as Jaquez Michelle had a pick 6 last week, makes the first tackle for a loss on the opening play from scrimmage here in this one. This game is at home, of course. Time to throw. Clausen is in trouble, though. 11-yard loss. Tevin Hippenhammer and Maloney both team up for that sack. We, of course, do have our linebacker, Dominic Maloney, usually over the middle, but this year coming off the edge in certain packages because he has some really good power and finesse moves, as evident right there. Now it's 3rd and 24 for this Memphis offense. Trying to win this matchup against Houma with a couple of seniors in their starting lineup. That's going to be a safety on the opening drive. It's Dorian Combs and a bunch of other defenders coming in to make the play. What a start. It's 2-0 Bobcats. And we take over at the 35-yard line. That was Combs, Maloney, and Hippenhammer all on that safety tackle as the first pass for Breda is knocked away. But a Tiger is shaken up. Bradley Bueller, I think he's one of their defensive ends. We come out empty on 2nd and 10. Setting up a tunnel screen for Cal Harper, but it's well defended. And on 3rd down, we call play action. Breda hit as he threw it, and we have to punt. 3 and out. An unusual start for the offense, and the Tigers get it back almost immediately. Pressure's picked up very well, but Clausen still can't get rid of it. Our 3rd sack already. That 7-yard sack by Esteban Rizzo brings up 2nd and long. Clausen throws it across his body. It's complete to Greg McPherson. And now it's 3rd and 9 for the Tigers. Very defensive heavy start to this game. That pass is caught but shy of the sticks. Now from the 27-yard line, offense back on the field. We call a draw to Newcomb. He picks up 9. It seems like the last couple of games, going back to last year, the first run always seems to work out pretty well for Newcomb. Now we go with a power look, and that is a first down for Tyrone Myslinski. First down, play action. Breda trying to escape, but he is sacked by Siaki Kelakipi. Time to throw. Breda finds his target, Roland Hasty. The first completion for Breda in this game besides that tunnel screen, and we pick up about 25 yards on the play and move into Memphis territory. Again, if we get press coverage, we can beat these guys downfield easily if the blocking is good for our quarterback. 2nd and 7, pressure coming, pass caught though, it's Hasty into the red zone for the first time. Now we go with a double stack formation, but Tigers all over the run. We gain only 2 yards. Newcomb comes out, Myslinski comes in. We're going to fake it his way. Breda underneath. He's got a first down to Eric Jordan. Bobcats threatening now. 5 yards away. That's going to be a drop. Hasty nearly brought it in. But a nice hit by his defender jars it loose. Second try. Breda bails, takes off, and is met inside the 1. We are just a couple inches out from the goal line. Myslinski, and he'll get the handoff and will waltz in untouched for 6. And the Bobcats strike first. Start of the second quarter. 5-man rush by the Bobcats, but Clausen gets rid of it, but it's right to Jaquez Michel. His second pick of the young season. What a start to his starting career here in Houma. Again, was on our bench for the first 2 years here, but now as the best defensive player based on overall alone, and he is just playing some fantastic football these first couple of weeks. We start at their 38 with the handoff to Kiki Newcomb. Bradley Bueller shaken up again for the second time for this Tigers defense. He will have to come off the field. 2nd and 7, handing off to Newcomb. We're going backwards. Honestly, pretty impressed by this Memphis defense so far. They have done their best to contain our offense and our best players. Breda's going to take off now. Will scramble for a first down. And the drive will continue. Well, it's been a quiet day so far for Reggie Reese and Cal Harper. There's a screen to Harper. It's blocked pretty well, and he will get enough first down yardage. Good protection. Breda fires a strike. It's caught for a touchdown. Reggie Reese, his first catch of the contest, and it goes for 6. We're about to lead 16-0. Might go for 2, make it a 3-score game. From the 24, Clausen facing pressure, floats it. It's complete. At the 43. Blitzing, and it is just wide open for Clausen. Now they find themselves the furthest down the field they have been so far in this game at our 29-yard line. For play action, lofted for the end zone. Nearly picked a couple different times. Chuck Carter in the area, but could not bring it in off a couple of bobbles. 2nd down, pressure coming. Clausen just got it off. Now it's 3rd and 10. Be ready for a pass here. Michelle over the middle. Clausen under duress. Thrown away. And the Tigers will not get points on the board. The kick is wide to the right. Here's a replay of this one. Just wide right by Kalambai. Offline. 16-0, trying to add to our lead here. But since that first run, they've done a pretty good job containing it. Ground game has not really been too effective so far. The last couple of snaps, and the same is true here. 3rd down, they want us to throw the ball, and we should on this play. Rada has time, zips one, it's caught! Eric Jordan, the true freshman. In traffic, really tough catch, but he came down with it. That's a highlight right there for him in his freshman season. Now at their 41, quick hitter, Reggie Reese turns up fields. 1st down. Good protection. Now it's Jordan up the sideline, up to the 6. Nice drive for him so far. The offense takes over. Inside the 10, goal to go. Trying to make it a 3-score game here. With still half the quarter left to play, Breda diving in, absorbing the contact and scoring on the ground. That's his 2nd total touchdown. And the Bobcats are once again looking pretty good. Here's the replay of that one, just putting his body on the line for 6. Defense just forced to punt. Offense takes over now. A couple yards shy of midfield. Breda somehow evading pressure. Gets near the line of scrimmage, but it will be a sack of only like half a yard. That's the 2nd for Memphis here in the first half. Gonna throw it. It's caught. Reggie Reese near the line to gain, but about a full yard short. It's 3rd down. And we're going to give Newcomb a chance. He will convert. Another handoff to Newcomb, but nothing opening up so far. 10 runs, 26 yards. These linebackers doing a great job plugging the holes in these gaps and just making some good tackles. But that pass is caught by Cal Harper as his defender kind of got turned around there on the pass. And as I kind of alluded to, the passing game is how you beat this defense. Their corners aren't very good. They're slow. They are not great athletes. And we can run by them. Over the middle now. It's Harper for a 1st. Milking some clock now. Under a minute to go in the half. Looking for Newcomb. Through the air. Touchdown for the Heisman contender. I was about to say it's been a quiet day so far. How will this affect his Heisman campaign? That touchdown will sure help. It's only week 2, but it's going to be a narrative all year long unless things really slow down for him, because he is in the running out of the gate here this season. 3rd quarter almost over. We have not scored since the first half. We only had 2 drives, one of which was destined to end on a failed 4th and 5 conversion. That was the opening drive of the half. We did not convert, obviously. And after 3, it is still 30-0. Rowan Hasty, the top targeted receiver so far here in this game. 7 towards Cal Harper. And the 4th quarter begins. We're trying to add more to our massive cushion and end the game on a high note. Here's Myslinski. He's got space on the outside. Spins off a tackle and will get us into Memphis territory. Right up the middle. This time the holes are all plugged up by these defensive linemen. And we're just showing run. Every play now is trying to chew the clock here with a whole quarter left to play. 3rd and 5. If we don't convert, do we go for it here? I would like to see us be aggressive. 3rd down. Over the middle and wide open. It's Hasty. Now over 100 yards through the air. I believe he's our first receiver in these first 2 weeks to reach that metric. So good for him. 1st and 10. It's Newcomb. He finds a seam and gains 9. 2nd down. And we will convert with Newcomb. 2nd down and 10, right over the middle. It's Eric Jordan up to the 3-yard line. He's been spotty, but has been really good when he's had a target go his way. Now, Brady's got over 12,000 career passing yards. With that completion, he was a yard shy right before that pass. And now, another milestone here in his career. He's a senior, obviously, this season, so his last year as the quarterback. Myslinski, inches shy of the goal line. And he will stay in. I formation for Houma. Breda hands it off. Myslinski has his seconds. Should we consider starting Newcomb as the power back as well to maximize his chances to win the Heisman? I think we could. He's a better overall back, has some power, not as much as Myslinski, but still does have plenty of power to his game. Well, that will do it. 37-3, pure dominance there in the first half, and that was enough to get the victory. Good offense, great defense, no complaints. We are 2-0. Over 400 yards of offense for the Bobcats. The Tigers had half of that. What a performance by Breda. 22 for 31. 5 yards shy of 300. Great completion percentage. 2 touchdowns. No INTs. Also ran one of those in. Ground game was not as good as last week, but you're not going to be great every single week in every single area, but I really can't complain. Good day for Roland Hasty here. Touchdowns for Reese and Kiki Newcomb through the air. Offensive line was pretty good, not great. And we had some really good pressure on their quarterbacks and multiple guys with at least half a sack. Dorian Combs leads the way. But no touchdowns allowed by this defense. We picked off their quarterback once. We held the running back to only 2.9 per carry. Great job. Defense overall had a great week. In recruiting, we have begun the process of hard selling multiple 4-star prospects, all of which are gems. We have a couple of battles underway against teams like Arkansas, Oklahoma, LSU, Illinois, Syracuse, Ole Miss, and some local schools too. But we are first place for most of our targets. And after a dominant week 2 victory, the Bobcats move up only 1 spot from 13 to 12. Now behind Wisconsin, coming off a loss to the number 1 ranked Oregon Ducks, who have the vast majority of the first place votes over Oklahoma, who's currently number 2 behind them. So 2 really good games, but now we have our first ever conference game in the SEC against the Auburn Tigers. And this will be a matchup that I think could really surprise us because we have blown out our first 2 opponents. Now we face a 1-1 team that has an overall that is very comparable to ours. A quarterback, they've got Courtney Murray, an improvising quarterback. Lots of abilities, 85 speed, great acceleration, a very agile, athletic quarterback. He's got really good short and deep accuracy, can throw against pressure and on the run. He's going to be a really tough quarterback to play against. On the ground, they have just really multiple options, but Josh Singleton is their starter. 93 speed, 92 acceleration, good ball carrier vision, great agility, and they can just go to really any of their top 3 to 4 running backs will all be difference makers for them. So test for this defensive line to contain the run, and these linebackers, of course, too. They have a really dangerous receiving core led by John Teamer, who's got 96 speed despite being a physical receiver. Really good catching and catch in traffic. Spec catch is fantastic. He is a fantastic route runner, so expect some short routes for him to be easy completions. They've also got Derek Kozlowski. They have a great tight end. In fact, a great pair of tight ends in Damian Dallas and James McCracken, both who are blocking. So this could really pose a problem for us if they choose to run the ball a lot, because blocking tight ends do make quite a big difference. This offensive line is weak on the left side, but on the right side, they are very, very strong. A pass protecting right tackle, a power right guard, and a pass protecting center. So their run blocking might not be great for the offensive line, but the tight ends will definitely help them out. Along the edge, they have a couple of stars at right end, and Lynn Bradwell and Nathan Good. Defensive tackle, they've got Derek Brown, who is a really good run stopper with 88 block shedding. So 91 strength, tough guy to play against. We'll see how the offensive line holds up. They have no left outside linebackers, but they have some good middle linebackers with Devin Fala and Devin Vigil, both whom are defensive captains. And they have a couple of solid outside linebackers to it right with James Fries, or Freeze, I guess. At corner, this might pose a challenge for our receiving core. The top 5 guys here are pretty solid in man coverage. Zone coverage, also really good for 3 of the 5. They all are athletic. So it's going to be a really big test in pretty much every area for both sides of the football. And a really good, I think a great early test for us to see, how can we actually play against these kinds of SEC schools that aren't, ranked, but are still very able to win games like this. I think that's a good game to have early on this year, just become a battle-tested team before it gets too late in the year. So here we go. SEC play officially begins as Week 3 kicks off here in Houma at Cypress Grove Stadium. And we're going to have the ball first. What will the offense look like here against a really stout defense pretty much across the board? Can the run game get going early on? Let's find out. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. They bring a blitz, but it's a delayed blitz, and the pass is caught by Newcomb. He gains 5. Now a run right up the middle, well blocked. 8 yards for Newcomb. Another first down handoff, but this time he is wrapped up for no gain. That guy came off the edge. Trips top of the screen. It is going to be a screen pass to Hasty, who is going to fall ahead. And now Kiki Newcomb shaken up on the play. That was a first down for Hasty, but the Heisman watch contender comes off the field, and hopefully he's going to be all right. In comes Mislinski, stiff-arming a defender. He gains 13. We usually don't see too many long-term injuries for the Bobcats in this series, so hopefully Newcomb can just come back later on and be all right. But in his place, it's going to be Tyreek Mulligan as the main 3rd down running back. 2nd and 5, pass caught. That's Cal Harper. And we are up to their 40-yard line. Newcomb back on the field. That's perfect. He gets the handoff, tries to take the edge, breaks the tackle, gains 3 yards. Now a delayed draw, and the defense is all over it. It's a loss of 2. Third down, just outside striking distance. Bravery Priest, the kicker. Breda faces pressure, escapes the pocket, and will run for a first down. Methodical opening drive so far. This is caught by Jordan. Up to the 20-yard line. Red zone offense now. We've already taken half the quarter off the clock. Newcomb hits the gap, makes a man miss, spins off a defender. What a run. Just take care of the football. Don't force anything. Breda's going to scramble, and he fights his way in for a rushing touchdown. What a way to open this game here at home. Steven Breda in complete control on the opening drive. We ran the ball well, passed it very well, kept our composure, and that is how you open a game like this, with a drive that clinical. All right, first drive for Auburn starts at their 22. What does our defense look like here against an SEC opponent? It's a big play on the opening pass. It's Damian Dallas for 20 yards. That is their starting tight end. They hand it off now, and that's going to be a gain of 11. Now they'll call a play fake. And their quarterback's going to take off, outruns a defender, and slides after an 8-yard scramble. And off, first down for the Tigers. Murray, well protected, has a man open. Flag comes in, and that's going to be roughing the passer on Dorian Combs. Tack on 15 yards. And it's going to be a good opening drive now for the Tigers. Now 11 yards away from pay dirt. They're going to keep it in the air looking for the end zone, but it's intercepted by Chuck Carter. Murray tried to force it back to the end zone, had 3 defensive backs in the area. And after a good-looking drive, the defense gets off the field with no points allowed. Great job, man. Let's get a second look here at this play from a different angle, hopefully, and see what he saw. It's the underthrown ball, threw it late as well. And now 1st and 10 for the offense at the 20-yard line. Can we tack on more to our early lead? Caught underneath. Hasty first down. Breda launches down the field, hits his man in stride. Eric Jordan inside the 5. 1st and goal, Bobcats. Deep into Auburn territory, a perfect strike from Steven Breda. Just right on the money. And a great route there by Jordan. And now it's goal to go. Looking for back-to-back scores to open the game, but now Breda throws the end zone INT. We saw this twice back in week 1 against Syracuse. And now both quarterbacks have one of their own. Second quarter begins. It's 2nd and 10 for the Auburn Tigers. Pressure coming, and 3 different defenders get a hand on Murray. Dorian Combs, Jaquez Michelle were 2 of them. And they have been our best defensive players to open this season. Jaquez Michelle can do it all. We also had a corner coming in on the blitz too. And now it is 3rd and 16 from their 26-yard line. 5-man rush. More pressure. It's Combs again. His first full sack. And that will give him 30 in his career. 1st and 10, a yard shy of midfield. Newcomb hits the gap and gains 9. And we are already into Auburn territory. They come out empty on 2nd and shorts. Breda drops back, completes it. Hasty, up the numbers. And we are back in the red zone. No more end zone picks, please. Steven, let's take care of the football. Don't force anything. And just make smart, open throws. From the 17, play action, well blocked. Breda, cut! What a throw and catch! Eric Jordan got it! This was an absolute perfect dime by Breda. There were at least 3 defenders near this pass. A tight window throw on the move. I mean, that is as good as it gets. Holy cow. Booth review. And the call will stand. Wow, that is one of the best throws I have ever seen Breda make. My God. 14-0 Bobcats. Needing 5 on 3rd down. Stepping up, Murray knocked away. After forcing a punt, can the Bobcats add to this early lead? That pass is caught by Reggie Reese over the middle. $150, 2 touchdowns through the air so far for Steven Breda. I guess 2 total touchdowns. 2nd and 5, over the middle again to Reese. Time to throw, now the pocket collapses. Breda scrambles and gains 8. Breda, quick hitter. And it's going to be a first down. The ball comes out. It's scooped up. And there's going to be room to run. Up the sideline. And Fela goes all the way for a touchdown. I think Jordan was down. But it's going to be a scoop and score as of right now for this Auburn defense. Fela had the INT earlier in the end zone and now scoops up the fumble. It would have been a first down. Just a simple out route. Jordan. Oh, I think he's not quite down yet. And the freshman makes a mistake. We'll have to wait to see if they end up reviewing this. They did not, and the call stands. And that is a pretty big swing of points there, because that not only takes off either 3 or 7 points off the board for us, but it tacks on 7 for them. And what could have been a 3-score lead becomes a 1-score game. Newcomb, the handoff, slips by the defensive line and brings up 3rd down. That play could change the entire game the rest of the way. Gotta take care of the football, man. 2 first-half turnovers. And that's not going to be a first down for Cheridor. Ran backwards like 5 yards. Under 5 to play in the first half. They hand it off, but Singleton has nowhere to go. That was Jaquez Michelle again to stop the run. Gonna have to ask our defense to step up here and keep getting stops. If the offense keeps giving the ball away in crucial downs and situations. 3rd and 9. Murray under pressure, and he's sacked by Maloney. Bringing him off the edge, I think, has worked us wonders so far on defense. He's had lots of pressures. Auburn starts the 3rd quarter with the football. It's been a very defensive game so far. Their offense has no points. Their defense has that big scoop and score touchdown. And since those first couple of drives, we have not really found our offensive rhythm again. Their defense has caused a couple of costly turnovers. That is a tough catch in traffic, and it brings up 3rd and shorts. Be ready for a run to Singleton here. That is the call, and Singleton still gets the first down, cuts it back, and gains around 10. 8 carries, 52 yards for him so far. He's not been used that much, but has been solid. That's a good wrap-up, though, by a couple of different players. Second down, Singleton, wrapped up quickly by Michelle. Gains 3, and it's 3rd and 6. They pretty much have to pass this. And they will. Murray takes his time and had a lot of it. Enough to complete it for a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Murray wants to scramble. And he's got room to run. Gain of 9. Second and short. Speed option. And Singleton is not going to get there. About half a yard or so short. Another 3rd down. And we can't stop the run. Good looking drive so far by Auburn. Read option now. Murray sprints and hangs onto the football. And now they're a yard short of the red zone, pretty much mimicking our opening drive of the first half. And Singleton hits the gap, gains 8. Now a flag comes in. It's going to be against the Tigers. Offensive lineman moved early. Back him up by 5. It'll help our defense out. Second down and 7. Running it. Singleton to the 15. Another 3rd down chance to get off the field here. Their tight end is not really covered right now. It's going to be a screen, and Singleton is inches short of the line again. The offense will come off, and we will hold on to our lead. Field goal attempt for Auburn. And he missed it. He actually missed it. What is with these kickers missing against us? I don't get it, but I love it. He just kept it wide right. It never hooked left. And now offense comes out for the first time in the second half. Still up by 7. They took off over 6.5 minutes off the clock and still could not put points on the board. How crazy is that? Empty look for Breda. And now pressure gets to him at the 13-yard line. That's only their second sack, and their last one came on a drive that was not really that important. 3rd and 17. Breda trying to extend it, and we are so close, but not close enough. Auburn defense really playing some great football the last several possessions, but so was ours. That last drive, not our best, but still no points allowed in the game. Just like a week ago against Memphis. Nearly through 3 quarters, but the run game is finding some strides here. Singleton having a really good day so far. Looking to cause a turnover or something here. Singleton hits the gap. He's got room to run. Tackle made at the 37-yard line. And they are once again threatening. Another run. Sweeping left. Gain of 8. Singleton now over 100 yards on 16 carries. It all comes down to this. 4th quarter begins. Murray all day to throw, but eventually time runs out. Dorian Combs. What a great start to another campaign of his to rack up some more defensive awards as a senior. Had a great year last year, a career year. 3rd and 8, and the drive continues for the Tigers inside the 15-yard line. Man, they've had a couple of solid drives here in the second half. A lot of time coming off the clock. Singleton now breaks a tackle and gains 8 more yards. We got to bring this guy down before it's too late. They're about to get their first points of the game on the offensive end. Singleton is stuffed this time. Will they go for it if they don't convert? They're going to throw it here. Murray, crossbody, it's caught for a touchdown. I think that's McCracken. I can't tell though, but regardless, Auburn scores. No, that is Kozlowski with the catch. One of his first of the entire game. And it's their first offensive score of the contest. And it's going to tie things up. If the offense can just put one really solid drive together, I have the utmost confidence that we can come out on top here. We led 14-0. I don't believe we have scored since the first quarter. I forget if we scored both touchdowns there. This pass is swung out. Newcomb, long way to go, picks up 3. They are stacking the box here, and it works. Nothing on the run, really, for Newcomb. And now a big test on 3rd and 6. Do not want to give their hot offense the ball back, and we won't yet. Jordan has the first down, trying to make up for that costly fumble back in the first half. First down handoff. Newcomb gains 3. Harper in motion, gets the touch pass. It's blocked well. He's got the first, and we're up to the 41-yard line. We've taken already 3 minutes off the clock. Just take care of the ball. Do not give their defense a chance to get a hand on it. That's caught. Turning upfield. That's going to be Alex Spangler, our number 5 wide receiver. Might be his first catch all year long. He hasn't really been too involved here. It's 1st and 10 after that 17-yard pickup. Breda zips it. Jordan turns upfield. Gets to the 12. We're going to throw it. They bring up blitz. The pass is caught. Out of bounds goes Harper after a 7-yard gain. I am deathly afraid of an end zone pick right now for some reason. We hand it off. Newcomb is a yard short. I'm not sure if a field goal is going to cut it here. You gotta convert here on 3rd and 1. And we will get in, but a flag is down. No, it's going to be against the Bobcats. Oh, that is so costly. Paul Phoenix called for holding 3rd and 11. And field goals aren't guarantees here in college. Don't forget, we've seen 2 misses so far in this episode. Breda completes it, but Jordan is not near the marker. And now a center hash for Avery Priest. Chip shot field goal to put us up by 3 points. And he does not get through. But now it's up to our defense with under 4 minutes left to go. That penalty might cost us this entire game. It's really coming down to it, man. 17-14 at 3:39 on the clock. And Auburn can tie or take the lead on this drive if they get in striking range. That run goes nowhere, though. They got to defend the pass, though. They're not going to run it that much down the stretch, I don't think, given that they're losing the game. They will throw it here, and pressure gets through. Darren Kennedy. That's going to be his 2nd sack, either of the game or the episode. I forget where he had his last one. I think it's the 2nd of the game for him, though. He had one earlier in the first half, I believe. And now 3rd and 17. And I think it's 4-down territory for the Tigers. It's going to be a screen for Singleton. Kennedy's there again. It's a loss of 4. The offense has to stay out there. They got to go 21 yards to convert. You got to get off the field here and end this ball game. I trust in this defense. They launch it. Picked! Esteban Rizzo! Did I get the name right? It is Esteban Rizzo with the pick. What a huge defensive drive. I mean, that was amazing. A tackle for no gain, then a sack, then a tackle for loss on a screen, And now a pick on 4th down. I mean, you can't ask for much better than that here in crunch time, folks. And the senior linebacker steps up in front of the play, and the offense can just run this clock out or in the end zone to put the game out of reach. Myslinski wrapped up from behind. That's going to be a loss of yardage. And they will use their first timeouts. They could still get the ball back if we don't score. It is goal to go, and Newcomb is the one wrapped up now for a loss. They've sold out for the run on back-to-back plays, and they do it again. And we have gone backwards all 3 times. That's not good. And they're still going to have a chance to walk the game off. Here's a field goal to make it a 6-point game. Priests got it. And now the Tigers have to score a touchdown. But if they do, the PAT wins it. Just over 90 seconds left. No timeouts for Auburn. Pass knocked away by Damian G. Please do not allow one of those big touchdown plays. We've seen that a couple of times. That pass is caught. And on first downs, the clock will stop until the offense gets set. So it can still conserve some time here. Just got to make tackles inbounds and don't allow too many first downs. Murray, crossbody, it's caught! Oh, defense, please don't do this to me right now. Please just make 1 or 2 more good plays and end this ball game. Now a minute 10 on the clock. Murray doesn't get rid of it! Combs his 3rd sack. That's what I'm talking about. Loss of 15 yards. Offense has to race back to the line of scrimmage. Murray just barely avoids the sack and got rid of it. 3rd and 25, not out of the woods yet. Just get 2 more stops here. Murray has time, dumps it off. Singleton picks up 20, and it's 4th and 5. Clock still running. Game on the line for Auburn. They're inside the Houma 40-yard line. They don't need the end zone yet. Murray's pass caught. Make a tackle, somebody. It's really coming down to it like this. I don't want to lose in heartbreaking fashion. They're going to spike it. 23 seconds left. They have 3 tries to find the end zone. 3 attempts to score the game-winning touchdown. They're going to hand it off, and they will get in for a touchdown! They had no timeouts, and they ran the ball, and it worked! And Brown gets in! The game is tied, and the PAT can put the game in Auburn's hands. Are you kidding me? The PAT's good. 19 seconds left. We have 3 timeouts to get in field goal range. Are you kidding me? The first game in SEC conference play, and it comes down to this. I am crushed. We still have a chance, but it's not a good one. What does the offense have in their back pockets with only a couple plays left? We drop the pass. 3 seconds come off the clock. A couple of mistakes by Eric Jordan. 2nd and 10. Breda fires. Knocked away. 8 seconds left. They're pressing Hasty, top of the screen. Breda back to throw. He's gonna launch this one. Into coverage. Incomplete. 1 second left. We have to score from the 22-yard line. Rada is going to heave it again, and it's intercepted. And the game is going to end, and we have lost in the final seconds against the Auburn Tigers here at home. Our first game in conference, and we lose one of the most heartbreaking games you will ever see. I'm absolutely floored. 21-20. We did not deserve to lose this game. We really didn't. Wow. Two touchdowns allowed in the fourth quarter, and we were the better team this game. But the result is not going to show that. We were 2 for 9 on third down. Their defense played very well in that second half. And those turnovers really cost us. That scoop and score is going to live rent-free in my head. But that end zone pick by Breda, also costly. I thought he played pretty well besides that one play. On the ground, though, Newcomb held in check. No touchdowns for him, whether on the ground or through the air. And a big day for Eric Jordan, but also a couple of miscues. 3 drops, had the fumble, of course. I mean, this is a game that is really going to affect the rest of our year. And this is what SEC play is going to be like against better teams. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be touchdown drive after touchdown drive for the offense. It's going to be tooth and nail. And despite having like 8 total sacks and multiple INTs, one of which I thought was going to end the game, and we just kind of choke it away. Auburn makes the right plays down the stretch. Murray overcomes his turnovers, and they ran the ball very well. They averaged over 6 yards a carry on average between their 2 running backs. That's been a cause for concern going back to last season. The only concern really for our defense, I think. Otherwise, we played really well. And they had like a lack of passing yards, but a rushing play won the game. They were that confident that they ran the ball with no timeouts and no way to stop the clock besides spiking the ball with only a couple tries to win the game. And it worked out. And now we fall to 2-1. We don't get off to a 3-0 start and win our first conference game. And now, how does that affect where we stand here in the polls? Are we going to drop down to the 20s? I think it's possible with a loss like that. Our first recruit of the new class is right tackle, 4-star gem Raphael Stoneburner from Frisco, Texas. He's the only commit thus far. And we just dropped all the way from 12 to 23. I mean, this is just completely unforgiving. Auburn is a good roster despite not being ranked. They're a really good team. We saw it on paper. UNC had a bigger drop in the rankings. But come on, man. Dropping that much because you lose in the final seconds is kind of ridiculous. But now we have an even tougher game because look who we play next. Number 12, Georgia. Both teams coming off a loss, and their roster is amazing. 91 overall, 92 offense, 91 defense. 5-star program. They just lost against Clemson in a low-scoring game. now we have an even bigger conference test. And this game is going to come on the road. So this could drop us out of the polls if we don't win this game. But if we do win, we're going to go back up by like 5 or 6 spots. So that is going to do it for this episode, folks. I mean, that was a great game to open conference play with, but you don't want to lose like that. I mean, you don't want to lose it all, obviously, but to lose it in that manner is just absolutely soul-crushing, and it really makes you think twice about how good we actually are compared to the rest of this conference if Auburn is giving us that many issues, especially with an offense that looked great in the first 2 weeks of the season. And we still have multiple ranked opponents the rest of the way. We got Tennessee later on this year. We've got Alabama, who's currently 2-1. They're always a great roster. Texas, too. So we have things to fix, and I'm hoping that this game against Georgia is going to be a good one and a way for us to add to our resume and stay in the top 25. That game will come next episode. Might be the only game next episode if it's going to be a close one. But it's going to be on the road in Athens, Georgia on a Thursday. So we only get 4 or 5 days off before this game. So kind of a short week for us and our biggest game of the year coming into it. So that'll do it. But another top 25 matchup coming up next time. And I will see y'all there. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, leave your feedback down below, and then we'll see y'all in the next one. Take care. Have a great day.